Hello everyone, Megan here. I'm getting ready to put a new diamond painting into its containers. This is the largest of the 5-piece mural that I'm making for my mom. So right now I have the two smaller end pieces. Let me show them to you. I've got the two smaller end pieces in a container right now already. Those drills came together. So I'm doing them at the same time. And then I've already put the two medium ones in containers. These also came together. The drills came in the same bag, so I'm gonna share, they share the same drills, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's already done, but I have yet to do the largest. So this is the middle. It's a 25 by 70. It's the largest of the 5. So if it makes any sense, it'll be like this. The largest one is in the middle. This is not to size. This isn't to scale. And then the two medium ones go on either side. And then the two smallest ones go on the ends. And they're all the same width. Does that make sense? So right now I'm gonna package up that one. Or I guess put them in containers. So, here we go. I know that this is 40 colors because I wrote it on here. And let me get the sheet out. I made a copy of this inventory sheet and I put it in my diamond painting binder. So I have it. Actually, I guess I'll show that to you. So here's the same sheet here. I just made a copy of it. So it's the same sheet, but I'm gonna cut up this one. And this one's for my records to save, just in case. So it's got 40 colors. And when I'm looking at right now I'm just looking at the number of bags it has so I can see what kind of containers I need. So the most of a color I have is 16 bags of one color. And then the next one is 15. So I might need to use a couple like extra baggies if they don't fit in the containers. So I've got two sizes here. I think this is like a 2 by 2.5 or something. And I've got a 2 by 3, 2.5 by 3 or something like that. So I've got two different kinds. Can't really see it. Two different sizes of bags, I mean, depending on how much room I need. So my plan is to use these jars. Now one of these is gone because I used it for another painting. I did my Dumbledore painting, so I've used a small baby bead jars with it, one of these containers, and then one of these jars, one of these towers from this. Just so that I don't have a ton of bags or containers flying around. I have 3 solid containers. They're all labeled Dumbledore because that's the one I'm doing for that. So what I'm going to do for this one then is I'll take out a couple of the dividers. And I don't think I'll be able to fit them all. So I might just want to use this too. Because I'm going to need all of these and these. There are 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 containers in here. Originally it had 28. So there's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I'll need to use all of these and then one more of these little containers. So I'm going to do this in a way that makes sense because I don't want to have a ton of extra little bags flying around. So I'm going to intentionally choose colors to go into these little tiny containers. I think their limit is 4 or 5 bags. I can't remember what the capacity limit is, but I'm going to purposely, I'm not going to just go down the list. I'm going to pick out colors that have, you know, the least amount of bags and put them in these ones, and then save the bigger ones for these. So first what I'll do, now these do have, all the symbols are either letters or numbers or symbols that the Dymo labeler does have, but, so I could just do like, you know, a number 7 and then the DMC code and then stick that on the container. But what I found that helps me is having the actual background color of the symbol on there too. And if I just write, you know, a 7 on here, it's not going to have that background color. It just helps me find them a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and use these symbols right on my jars. So what I'm doing now is just snipping between all of the symbols so that when it's time to put them on to the jars, I just have to pick it up and snip it off from there. I found that that works really easily and it really streamlines the process. So that's what I'll do. I'll start up here so I can show you. I don't want this video to be super duper long. I know that can be annoying. Okay. All right. So we'll stop there and we'll see how far I get. So the first one has 2 bags and then 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 7, and 4. So I'm not going to put number 356 in one of these because it has 7 bags and that won't all fit in here. And then I'll have to have an extra bag for it unless I run out of jars for the big ones. So I'm going to use my Dymo labeler here and I'm going to write the DMC code 159 and I'm going to give 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the next one has 1 bag, so 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 161. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 168 has 2. 168. So that's 4, and these come in 4. So I'm going to go ahead and print that. Okay. Now the reason why I put the spaces between the numbers is so that there's room for the symbols to go, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I don't have to put spaces at the beginning of the tape because it already has a lot of space there, and then so I don't have to put space there, but I have to put space between the rest of them. So I'm just going to take off, I use like a little boat here just for little garbage pieces. So I'm going to, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to cut off the symbol and then I'm going to hold it with my scissors like that. And then I have my label here and I'm going to pinch it down. So I've got the symbol in my finger. I'm going to take the garbage away. And the reason why I do that is because it stays straight up. Because this is a parenthesis, and if I get it turned around, it's going to be the wrong symbol. So I need to be careful about that. So there's the first one. So then the second one is 160. and my nails keep breaking, you guys. It's driving me up the wall. So it's taking me, it's definitely a struggle. The struggle's real when you're trying to take backings off and do stuff that you need nails for. It's a huge problem. The only thing about these containers that you need to be careful about is that sometimes they can pop open. So before you go pouring, you know, some of the beads out of these containers, you just have to make sure that you close the rest of them and even hold them down as you pour them. It's happened to me once where one of them popped open. They just don't, they're not super tight. They work for the job. It's only happened to me once, and I learned from that. And I really do like how little space they take up. And they're cheap too. I got 2 packs from them. I got packs of 2. They came in packs of 2, and they were off Amazon. You know, free shipping and everything. So, all right. So I've got all my labels on my lids here, and they open up like this. See, sometimes they're really hard to open. I don't know. So they open up like that. So now I'm gonna put that aside for just a second, and I need to find my 159. And this is kind of the headache part because, you know, you gotta thumb through all these packages. So what I tend to do is I sort of just throw them in piles of quantity, just so I can tell, you know. So here's the 1s, 3s and 4s, 2s, and then more that I don't want to count. 2. I'm not messing with the big kahunas for these little tiny jars. So I just need the singles and the 2s, maybe the 3s. And when I do my inventory, I try to put them away in kind of an organized way where, like, I know that, you know, the big amounts are in the back or whatever, and then the smaller amounts are in the front, or however I do it at the time. Okay, so that's close enough. So these are just more than 4s, or is that? These are 4, these are 3, these are 2, and these are my singles right here. So 159 has 2, so I'm gonna look in my 2 pile for a 159. Here it is. And you just shake it like a sugar packet. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh, good grief. And I work on, like, I try to work on my paper so that if I do spill a bunch of drills, I can just, you know, use the paper and kind of scoop them back in like that. And then you just close it up, and there you go. So that is 2 packets worth right there. Okay. So now I'm going to move on and do my 160. 160 has just 1 bag, so I'm going to look. Oh, here it is right on top. Perfect. Perfection. 161 has 1 bag. There we go. And I'll just keep doing this until, you know, all my packages obviously are 168 are gone. And then since I have 2 containers for this painting, I gotta make sure that I either keep them together. Well, I keep them together and I label both of them. So there, they're all filled up. I'm gonna put it back in there. So what I do for that is I'm going to first delete all this stuff that I just typed. And I'm gonna write wave for mom. That's what I'm calling this. And then it's the 25 by 70 because this is a mural and there's 5 of these and they all kind of look similar. I need to differentiate them, so I put the 25 by 70 measurement in there so that I would know. And it's gonna be small, but that's okay. So I need 2 of these, one for each of my containers, my big containers that I've got here. And then I'll put them probably in a giant Ziploc baggie. So that they're together. You know what I think I'll also do, just in case, because I'm paranoid? I think I'll also write like 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. 1 of 2 containers. And then I'll go back and I'll write 2 of 2 containers. Just be, oh, I forgot to, oh well. On this Dymo labeler, oh geez, that's gonna be big. Okay, that's gonna bother me, so I need to fix that. All right, so I wrote on here 2 of 2 and 1 of 2, so I know that number A, letter A, I guess I'm using too many numbers, it's confusing. A, that there's 2 containers of these, so I don't forget and think that it's just this, and then I'm like, oh no, where are the rest of the colors when I'm going to do the painting? And B, that I know which one it is. You know, if I have one of 2, then I know that I'm missing the 2 of 2, and I can look for that. Okay. So then in these bigger jars, like in this really big one, I'm gonna intentionally put the color that I have the most of in that one. And that would be 3770, because I have 16 of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 3770. And then, you know what the heck, I'll do the other biggest one, 3865. And then which one? Okay, there's a 6. Oh, there's a 9. 762. So I need one more because this has 4 jars. The next one I think is a 6. Oh, 8. Okay, and that's a 3041. So I'll print that, and I'll just quickly show you guys what I do with that. I'm not going to sit here and do it all with you, but so I snip it, and there's space at the front for the symbol. Some of the ones I've already prepared, I just straight up typed it on the Dymo labeler, you know, so I would put like, what's this symbol, 3770? It's an F. So I just typed F, and then I typed the DMC code, but as I've been doing them, excuse me, I've been learning a lot, as you well know, and I've learned that I like to see the color behind in the background too. So I find that working with 5 bags at a time is what I can handle in terms of like the drills actually coming out when they should, how they should, as well as the mouths of these little jars being able to handle the quantity. I could use one of the, I didn't cut this one. Of course I didn't. Sheesh. You could use like a funnel boat or something, but I don't really like the funnel ones. They bottleneck too much, I feel like, and they don't actually go into the jar either quick enough, or they end up spilling everywhere. Whoops. So that's my 2 cents on that. But everyone does things differently. Like I said in the, I think the video I posted earlier, which I took last night. Why don't I cut that middle one? Sheesh. I'm left-handed, so I think about things. I've been noticing in my life that I think about things a little bit differently, and I don't know if all left-handers feel this way, but let's be honest, the world was made for right-handed people. I mean, gosh darn, scissors are made even for right-handed people. So we've had to adapt to a right-handed world. So I tend to do things a little bit backwards. Bass-ackwards, however you want to call it. Okay, so this large jar is almost full. Not quite. I could fit another probably 2 or 3 bags in there. So let's see how many that was actually. I'm curious to know. I think that was, okay, so, oh yeah, 377 doi. Okay, it's got 16. So it could probably fit 18. Yeah, that's pretty good. So there's that. And then I've got the 3865, which has the 3865 has 15. So obviously I don't have another large jar connected, and I could use a bigger container. I just don't want to because I want it to, whoops, I forgot the symbol. Oh my gosh. I'm chatting away and I'm not thinking about the process. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Alright, there we go. What was I saying? I could use like another container. Like I have these, this big old container here, but I don't know. I guess I'm just odd that way, and I want them to fit in here, and I can like squish a bag, a bag in here. Sometimes I usually travel with my diamond paintings, like if I do a lot of babysitting. As well as like just extra income, so I like to take them with me there when I'm not having grad school homework. I don't know if I ever told you guys that I'm in grad school. I'm in grad school. I have a bachelor's right now, and I'm in grad school for early childhood education, and I will be graduating. All right, that won't fit another 5, so I think I'll try 3 and see what happens here. I'll be graduating with my master's in early childhood with a special education endorsement next spring, so I'm excited about that, because having a full-time job and going to school is not great. But I don't have kids yet. Shoot, I don't even have a boyfriend yet right now. I had a fiance, but called that off, thank God. Wasn't meant to be. Okay, so that's really full. That is like, yeah. But we'll make it work. Come on, find the thread, find the thread. Okay, wait, that's not closing all the way. Whoopsies. Oh, okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do with that is pour a little bit out. Whoa. And then this was a $. erase these, shoot. So I'll just make the label and put it on a bag. So it was a $, which I do have on my label maker here. And then a 3865. So I'll print that. And I only have this little bit and 7 more. So, will it fit in this little one? Probably. I do put a dryer sheet in the bags because the plastic bags really have a lot of, they create a lot of static. So I don't want to have that happening. But the containers are okay for the most part. They're okay. So this is tricky. These, whoops, jeez, I am spilling everything today. I've been spilling drills a lot lately, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting cocky. All right, so we'll try to do this all at once. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. Maybe that's, remember how I just talked about being cocky? I've been saying sheesh a lot lately, and I think it's because I don't want to swear on YouTube and say the S word. So I've been saying sheesh in place of it. Not that I swear a ton, but I don't exactly have a great filter on my mouth. Only when I'm teaching. Okay, so we'll see how this, oh geez, okay. Oh yeah, oh, yep, problematic. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh yeah. So the bigger bags fit this boat perfectly, but these little bags don't fit perfectly. So that happens, and I'll just, yeah, this bag is gonna be pretty full by the time all these colors go in. So I'm gonna use this paper. Remember how I said I use the paper? Comes in handy dandy. All right, there we go. And all I need to do now is just, oh come on, open the dang bag. Okay, and then push this dryer sheet down farther. Okay. There we go. I got my cute little bag of extra drills. Put that over there. All right, I'm gonna keep going with this, and I hope this helped you a little bit with like the whole process of getting started and everything. You know, where to even begin, what containers to use. I have used these jars. I swear by them. I think they're a great tool to use. I mean, they work for me, so whatever works for you guys. But yeah, if you want the link to them, I've put them in previous videos. But if you do want the link, just let me know and I'll put it on there. I'm not going to put it on there unless anyone asks. Okay, so here we go. I finished putting all of my drills into their containers. So I've got 2 little bags of leftovers that didn't fit into my jars, and that's okay. I'm just going to slip them right in there. So there's 40 containers here. I used 4 of these and then 1 more right there. And they all have their labels on there. And then this is labeled with Wave for Mom, 25 by 70, 1 of 2 containers. And then this one is labeled Wave for Mom, 25 by 70 centimeters, 2 of 2 containers, so that I remember that there's 2 of these. And then I'll put that probably like in a big baggie, just to keep it all together, and then I can get rid of this paper that I've cut the symbols from. I can get rid of that. This is like my trash basket. And yeah, then that's ready to go. Thanks for watching.